Hi, I'm Tara Milo, and I taught my mom something a couple weeks ago that has earned her over $500, and today I'm going to teach it to you. So here's the story. My mom drives a school bus, and elementary school kids are on her bus, and she loves her kids. She knows all of their names and where they sit and who their friends are, and they really talk to her about what's going on in their life and all of this. So she's a lot more than a bus driver. She's a part of their life. It's so cool. But she lives in the middle of Oregon, and this winter it got really snowy. And so one time when she was driving the kids home, this bus kind of slid off the road, and the kids were crying, and it was really stressful for her. It was so stressful that she had to go to the doctor. She's having all these symptoms. I don't even know what they are. But she was so stressed out all the time about this job. And she was like, I can't do this anymore. I gotta quit. I have to find something else to do. I'm applying for other jobs. And she's like, maybe I'll take a different route. Maybe I'll take the high school students instead. And just so stressed. And then she saw one of her kids at the grocery store, and the kid was introducing her to his mom, and it was just a really special moment. And my mom was like, I can't quit. I can't quit on these kids. They know me. I'm part of their life. So that kind of added even more stress, right? There's that pressure to stay in a really stressful situation. And her doctor, when she went to the doctor, was like, you're stressed out. You have to find a way to calm down. And she's like, what do you do with that? Of course I have to find a way to calm down. That wasn't really helpful. So I texted her. I was like, I can help you with this. Do you have a minute to talk? So I shared with her this really amazing tool that I'm going to share with you, and it's absolutely free. And then I'll tell you how this made $500 for her. So the tool is to be in the moment. And you're like, geez, Tara, I know that already. But here's how you do it. Anytime you're stressed out, you get yourself back into your body. So the stress is when you're up in your head and you're like, I'm going to crash the school bus, or whatever. You're thinking about these things that could possibly happen in the future. They're not happening in this moment, but your body doesn't know the difference. So your body is stressed out and producing cortisol and these hormones, and all this energy is rushing around you all the time because you're stressed all the time, because you're thinking about this future possible event that hasn't even happened. And that keeps you really stressed out. But when you get in the moment and you get in your body, that stress melts away. So here's how you do it. Whenever you find yourself stressed out, you're probably sitting there thinking about something. So what I want you to do is get in the moment by saying, in this moment, I'm sitting in this chair. In this moment, I'm safe. This chair is fully supporting me. Nothing is happening to me. I'm not skidding off the road. I'm not driving a bus full of kids on an icy road. In this moment, I am safe. I'm on the earth. Everything is fine. And practice that throughout the day. So don't just do it when you're stressed, but get in a habit of doing that. So throughout the day, you go, in this moment, I'm sitting in my chair and everything is fine. And that just brings you down to earth, and it gives you some practice at doing that, so that when you're in that stressful moment and you're sliding off the road, or you're about to drive your route and it snowed, or whatever the case is, whatever's stressing you out, you're in that moment. Say it's a meeting. Meetings were kind of stressful for me. I can go to the meeting a little bit early and just sit in my chair and go, in this moment, I am safe. I'm in this chair. I'm fully supported. Nothing is happening to me. In this moment, I'm safe. And then that chair becomes your safe place. So I suggested that she do that in her chair on her bus, in her seat, and just sit in that seat and go, I'm fully supported by this seat. I'm safe. And what that did, she did it throughout the day, and then she also did it at the beginning of her bus route, and probably on every stop. I don't know how often she did it, but she did it, and it made her feel better and her stress calmed down. And so I invite you to do the same thing. Do it throughout the day and then do it right before or even during some stressful events. I mean, of course, if you're under physical attack, like this isn't going to work for you. But a lot of times we're not under physical attack. It's just all up in our head. So, so she did it throughout the day, calmed down, and I invite you to do the same thing. Here's how she made more than $500. Through the course of this stress, she was like, okay, well, I'm only going to drive my route. I'm not going to drive any extra routes. So the extra routes are like on the weekend. She drives, you know, the high school sports teams to their playoffs or whatever, and they're in the center of Oregon, so they have to drive out somewhere else. And those side jobs, those weekend jobs, pay really well. And she can work for 3 days and make as much as she would normally make in a week or two. So when she was stressed out, she was like, I'm not going to take any more side jobs. It's just adding to the stress. I can't do it. And that was costing her a lot of money and a lot of stress to not take those side jobs. So as she began to calm down and feel safe and get in the moment and in her body, she realized that she could do those side jobs. She could do those routes on the weekends. So last week over the holiday break, she had a route for 3 days and she made over $500. And that was awesome because that simple tool that takes 5 seconds to just get in your body, get grounded, relieve that stress in a really practical way, made her a lot of money. That is awesome. So I invite you to do the same. And if you know somebody who would benefit from this video, maybe somebody who's stressed out, or all of your friends are probably stressed out about one thing or another, share this video with them. They're gonna thank you so much because maybe they'll make $500 or $1,000 or whatever. Even if they don't, they'll feel less stressed. That's what I want for you and for your friends and for everybody, to just feel less stressed by living in the moment. And this is how you can do it. This is one very exact way to live in the moment. So share this video with your friends and I'll see you soon.